those of you who have been longtime viewers of the channel have probably thought, you probably thought to yourselves, how much would it take for Evvz to sell out? And yeah, I've been very resilient to selling out over the course of my YouTube career, and that's that's very difficult when you're raking in massive amounts of views, like triple-digit views. Like, this is really hard, trust me, not to sell out. It's very difficult, as you can imagine. I get offers left and right just all the time, people wanting to offer me insane amounts of money to sell out the channel, but never once have I done it until today. Today is the first day that marks the day that my YouTube channel is selling out, and yes, happy to announce that we have sold out for let me just double check. How much did we sell out for? Yes, we sold out for $12.99 US. Yes. And that is the amount of money. I couldn't turn down that massive chunk of change. So the YouTube channel is selling out as of today. Evvz YouTube it will never be the same. I am officially sold out. And who do we sell out to? We sold out to a German company named Pixel Maniacs. And so I was at work, just working at like my actual job that actually makes money on like YouTube. And I get an email from this guy saying named Christian Wolfbauer from a German company named Pixel Maniacs, and I'm like, okay, and what he doesn't seem to understand is that my channel actually doesn't get any views, but that's okay. We don't need to tell him that. What he did give me is a free Steam key for their new game called ChromaGun. So obviously, this is a game that needs help getting launched because I have just about 2,000 subscribers, but my videos don't get really any views because all those subscribers are from competitive Minecraft, which I used to play back in the day, and so here we are. He gave me this free Steam key though, and here's the catch. He didn't say if you play it on your YouTube channel, we'll give it to you for free. He said, here's the key. It would be nice if you played it on your YouTube channel. And that's the game changer. I could have just taken this and like sold it on G2A for like $7, but nah. He just gives it to me. Just says, it'd be cool if you could get your 6 viewers to watch it. And we're not forcing you to do anything. So pretty chill guy. Actually responds to his work email. Because the company's still kind of small, so he actually responds to emails still, which is kind of nice. And so there's this little indie game dev studio, I suppose, and their site, it looks nice. It looks nice, pretty cool. And so I was like, okay, this seems like a good time to sell out completely. So I entered the Steam key. I got the game, and I was like, okay, this is something. So, I haven't actually played it yet. It's sitting in my Steam library. The reviews are 97% positive, so there's a chance it's good. There's a chance it's alright. I'm not expecting it to be the next Portal, but it's clearly heavily inspired by Portal from what I'm seeing. So, the 97% user reviews are positive. It's 7 out of 10. In Games Magazine, 3.5 out of 5. Those are the reviews they brag about, which concerns me. But they do have a demo, which makes me think that it's good, because if they allow you to have a demo, then it's probably not a ripoff. It's not that much of a ripoff. So, interesting. You can probably hear that playing in the background. I don't know what the heck that is. But, yeah. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a critical assessment. I kind of suck at commentating while actually playing games. So this should be pretty bad. But before we get into this, I should have said this at the start of the video, but I've seen your comments. Some of you want competitive CS:GO, okay? I imagine there's like a few of you that play CS:GO. I'm still planning on doing that video, but I'm just waiting for the Steam trade that I initiated to go through, okay? It's on a cooldown, it's going through. I'm making a very important Steam trade that will be vital to the video, and I can't start the video until the Steam trade is complete, which I think it just completed today, but we just wait. The Steam trade is going through, progress is being made, that video is happening, okay? So, just need to get that out of the way. Let's give this, in the meantime, though, here's why I justify this. Remember when I got that coupon, and, where I bought Serious Sam 2 for $1, and therefore made a video on it, which is actually just like a week ago? I'm getting this one for free, and we're gonna make a video on it. So, full disclosure, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, we'll see what happens, but like I said, I suck at commentating while playing games, so we'll do a debrief, but let's get a feel for the gameplay, alright? Let's get a feel for it. Let's start it up, let's see what it has. Okay, so right off the bat, we can tell it's a Unity game because you get this little pop-up window here, And you know, it's the same with games like legendary games like Muddy Heights, where you get this type of pop-up window. So that's how you know it's a Unity game, and it'll give you all the same options mostly each time. All right, let's get into this. Well, isn't that nice? Wait a second, is that the portal sound? Alright, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Alright, speedrun option. That's good. Let's give that's points right there. I like that. I like that it has that. Alright, I like that the UI is interesting. It's kind of like a watered down version of the latest Tom Clancy game. Yeah. But I mean, it's alright. It's alright. It could use a little bit of anti-aliasing, but overall, not bad. Let's give it some points. A little bit of points. Not too many options. Back is on the top. That's weird. Credits. There's like 7 people who worked on this game, I'm pretty sure. Let's go ahead and give it a start. Let's go ahead here and let's get into this. Okay, wait. This is literally how Portal starts exactly. The music is even borderline plagiarism of the Portal song. Oh! Okay.
You're here because you're the best of the best. And Box and nobody else signed up.
Okay, do you guys hear that? That is literally the royalty-free music Grade A under A uses
Make your way down the court.
in his videos. Every video. You hear that?
Note that the exit is the part of the wall.
Yeah, that's the same music for sure. Okay, this sensitivity is way too high. Most games I notice sensitivity is way too high right off the bat. Where are my control settings? It's funny that they have a mode for colorblind. I mean, I guess you have to. Mouse sensitivity, okay, there's not very many options. Almost no video settings, so this is definitely a work in progress.
Also, it says exit.
So I'm taking a look at these models here. Okay, to be fair, this is by a really small team, and I mean I guess it basically counts as an indie game. Okay, that's pretty funny, but that's pretty funny. I mean, but so it was. I'm pretty sure it was maybe like 7 guys. So we can't expect Portal. But I mean, I guess it's mostly puzzle based. I can't get within 3 yards of this apparently. Can I interact? This is okay. All right. Okay, now this is where we start getting into the interesting concepts here. You can't interact with much except shoot the gun.
Sensational. Please pick up the semi-automatic nano-acrylic projectile firearm right in front of you.
Thank you for using the word semi-automatic. Semi-automatic.
This is the ChromaGun patent pending that you've heard so much about.
Patent pending.
Okay, we're kidding. Of course you're.
Okay, the motion blur is actually really broken. So that's coming off.
We here at ChromaGun.
Why am I getting like 2 frames per second? But these ones can. You can aim down. You can aim down sights just in case you really suck. There we go. I got an achievement. So easy Steam achievements. That's a bonus. Wait. So what? It moves to the nearest yellow thing on the wall. Oh, okay. I see how this works. Interesting concept. Interesting concept. The main thing is I don't know why my frames are so bad. I don't know if it's screen tearing or what, but they're awful, and they shouldn't be. They clearly shouldn't be. The problem is there's no video settings, so I can't tell what's actually causing it, if it's just poorly optimized. But I can't get, here's the thing, I can't get by this, because alright, so you can't jump in this game. I guess that's something that they try to make it more challenging, I suppose. So I gotta shoot that, I guess. So yeah, this guy really has like a disability or something, he cannot jump at all. The protagonist, I'm referencing the protagonist there. Okay, so here's the setting, I guess. They don't really give you much context, but apparently you're getting paid literally $10 to do these tests. It's like it's like a watered down version of the Portal environment, except that it's not post destruction like Portal 2, and there was a real person, as you saw. So it's not like Portal 1 either. It's just kind of what it is, you know. It's indie portal. There we go. I didn't see that. I'm an idiot. You can't really move objects. You can't really interact with anything except for the objects that you're absolutely supposed to. So it's definitely a work in progress. It's definitely a work in progress, but you know, the concept is there. Props there. Credit where it's due. I mean, the concept is interesting. Not gonna lie. It needs some touching up, but it's there. Okay, now here's where the puzzles start getting a little bit rougher, I guess you could say. Oh wait, not really.
Sensational. Please do not leave the trigger to ensure the continued opening of the exit door.
Clearly I need to put something on this. It's a weighted pressure plate of some kind. Oh, okay. There's my answer. Beautiful. It's not even on it. Okay, whatever.
You have successfully understood the correlation between triggers and worker droids. That makes you more intelligent than 39% of test subjects and 97% of test monkeys.
Okay, the commentary's not... It can be alright. It can be alright. Oh. Huh. Well, okay, the concept is actually a little bit better than I gave it credit for, and I guess when the more colors are introduced, it'll be even more interesting. So... Oh, that's interesting. So they kind of make it into a type of enemy. Alright. So apparently this is enough to actually kill somebody. I mean, this kind of, I guess this kind of makes it easier because you can literally lead them to where you want them to be. Oh, okay, yeah, this is... Okay, the concept continues to impress me. I've lost for the first time. Oh, alright. +1. Starting to get a little bit... Achievement get... Oh, I got a new UI. What could it mean?
To continue the test, please acquire the upgraded tri-colored ChromaGun.
Oh, you go from 1 color to 3 colors.
Not be able to solve the subsequent rooms and eventually succumb to hunger.
Succumb to hunger. Gotta get this to be purple. Oh, there we go. Achievement get preschooler. I actually identify as a kindergartner, so I'm a little bit triggered by that myself. Have you ever noticed how when you kill an ant, it smells really, really strange? I just killed one right now. It smells awful. I mean, as far as immersion goes, it's not very immersive, but I mean, the limits to what you can do are clearly defined. But it's a puzzle game. I guess they're, for the most part, supposed to be. Okay, I need to quick add some more insightful commentary. This is. I'm starting to think too hard, and the commentary is starting to stop. We'll need to give a recap. I'll need to give some kind of recap on the game and whether or not you should buy it. I'm a game reviewer now, guys. I never plan on doing this. I probably won't do it again in the future. Unless I sell out again, which might happen. Okay, here we go. Now some more variables are being introduced, and it gets interesting. I like this. We need red, blue. Go. Okay, fine. We need a red one and a blue. Oh, wait a second. We're gonna need a red or blue. We're gonna need a yellow and a blue. We're gonna need a yellow and a red. We're gonna need a blue. Mission accomplished. Maybe not. See, there's, I guess, a way to fix the mistakes. And I've won. Alright, I think that gives you guys enough of a taste of the game. We might have to go to a... Well, let's go. We should probably go to a debrief at this point. I think that's enough gameplay. You get the point. It's gonna get progressively more difficult from here, but the I guess it might introduce some new concepts, but it remains the same idea. You guys understand by this point. Alright, so that was very interesting. I played like what does Steam say? I played 0.9 hours of it, so yeah, I played like 55 minutes, and between 50 and 55, and it was okay. It was clearly inspired by Portal more than I thought originally. You can tell by instantly, like 2 seconds into the game, you can tell, okay, clearly these guys were huge fans of Portal and they wanted to make a game that was very similar. I mean, obviously it's a puzzle game, but the whole environment was clearly drawn heavily from Portal. So that's that. Not necessarily bad, because it's not a copy. See, it's clearly inspired by Portal to the point where the commentator, the voice in the background, the narrator, kind of makes almost the same jokes and sounds basically the same. He was clearly based off the narrator in Portal, and the whole environment was clearly based off the Portal environment. So, not necessarily bad, not necessarily good. That's just kind of a thing, but it's not an exact copy because the mechanics are completely different. And what I mean by that is that, as you can see, instead of portals, we had these strange little spike balls that you could colorize and attach, and they could be drawn to the wall that had the corresponding color. So that's completely different than having portals and jumping through them. I mean, I'm not gonna say that I prefer the portals, but you know, it's a pretty interesting, you know, concept. It could create some pretty interesting puzzles down the line. I imagine the game is gonna advance in basically the same way it's been advancing, maybe introduce a couple of new concepts along the way, and the puzzles will progressively get more difficult, most likely, as you've seen with Portal games and stuff like that. So here's the ultimate takeaway, alright? From what I can tell, it's got Steam achievements, Steam trading cards, it's got all that, so that's nice. Steam Cloud. It actually has VR support, which honestly, that surprised me a lot. For just a game studio starting off like this, it has VR support, so that's great. It supports the Oculus Rift, not the HTC Vive, so that's a downer, because that's the one I would get if I were to get one, if I was swimming in cash. But so yeah, I'm surprised by that. But the ultimate takeaway, the graphics, I mean, they're not good, but what are you gonna expect? They're not terrible, but they're not great. Okay, the only thing, the mechanics are there, but nothing else is. But luckily, the mechanics are kind of interesting, and they could potentially create some interesting puzzles. So, is it worth $13? That might be a little steep. Depends how long the game actually goes for. I mean, it has a lot of positive reviews. I go based off reviews more than I go based off like Metacritic scores and stuff like that. But it supports Windows, Apple, and Linux. Windows OS 10 and Linux. Huge bonus. I hate it when developers leave out operating systems. I hate it when they just develop for Windows. And I get that it's a time constraint for major developers. But if we want to actually get Linux mainstream, they need to start developing games for it. Unfortunately, that's the way it's going to be. So when companies like Bethesda don't develop for Linux or OS 10 even, it slows that process. So I'm glad to see they have it for Linux. That's good. That's I respect that. $13. I don't know. To be honest, it seems steep. It definitely seems a little steep. There's definitely room for improvement. I mean, the mechanics are there and they work, and they're good mechanics. The mechanics are good. The foundation is a good idea. And there could be a lot of interesting puzzles with this. And there were. From what I played, there were some interesting puzzles, and I didn't even get to the most interesting parts yet. So it's good. It's good. What could use some work? I mean, the graphics definitely. And when I say graphics, I don't like using that term. The graphics, because it could mean anything. It could mean, but just the textures, I suppose. The textures and the 3D models could use some touching up. They definitely could use some touching up, and it's worth taking into account that this was made by a really small team, like really small. Like, go on their website, they have like a grand total of like 12 guys working for the entire company, and only a few of those guys are actual developers, like Unity developers. So, I'm cutting major slack here for them, because it's one of their first games. It is their first game that they actually launched on Steam. So, yeah, the humor, they try to be funny. It's not that funny. I don't imagine English is the first language because it's based in Germany. Okay, so that's understandable. I imagine the German version is probably funnier. They do have a German version. But But it is what it is. It's what I expected. It's what I expected. It has potential. Well, okay, so let's get into the main recap here because I'm drawing this out. The mechanics are good. The mechanics are good. I don't know if this includes a level editor. I don't think it does. It includes a speedrun mode, which is awesome. That's great. That's great. Portal should have. I don't know if Portal. Do they have that? They need to have that if they don't. But it's good that this game has it. Steam achievements, Steam trading cards, VR support for half of the VR industry. It's a good start. It's definitely a good start. They need to push updates to it. They need to touch up. I mean, I think the models and the textures, in my opinion, it needs to be optimized a little bit. There's basically no video settings, basically none. So that needs fixing. I think even for like a small indie game like this, I think it still needs video settings. That's a very important part of PC gaming in general. So it needs video settings. It needs optimization, and it needs one of those. It needs both of those ideally. But I was getting screen tearing. I mean, I don't even know. I don't know if I was getting low frames or screen tearing, but it definitely wasn't running at 144 FPS, which it should have been. There's no way I should be getting, like, whatever that was, like 30 frames. Or sometimes it felt like even below that. So I'm gonna assume that was screen tearing, but it could have very well been just poorly optimized, which is okay. It's okay. It was playable. It wasn't unplayable. It wasn't bad to the point where it was unplayable. But I feel like this is too serious of a review, but whatever. It's competitive CSGO will be funnier. Should you buy it? I don't know. $13 seems steep right now. Maybe during a Steam sale it'll drop way down to like $2, and then I'd grab it. Because for those of you who like puzzle games, it actually the harder levels are going to require you to think a little bit. And mixing colors, it's an interesting concept, to be honest. I like it. I love the concept. So much potential. They need a level editor. They probably have that in the planning. They need one. They need one. They need one for puzzle games like this. Like Portal had one. They need one. That would be amazing. They need to touch it up a little bit though, and it'll be a fun, way to kill time. Applying for college, like right now, I don't really have any time to kill, but I can see it being a fun way to kill time. Get ready for that competitive CS:GO video. It's coming. You can grab this game on G2A for what was it, $6.66 about. So if you actually want to buy it, like they're not paying me like any money to do this. All they did was give me the game, and I'll try to play it through. But yeah, I'm not gonna give it like a rating out of 10. Make sure to go to our affiliate link, pixelmaniacs.com/ChromaGun/Evvz for 10% off. No. That's not a thing. I'm not actually like, they're not paying me. They're not paying me based on how many people buy this game. No, nothing like that. I honestly don't care if you buy it. I think $13 is steep. To be honest, I bought both the Portal games for like $3 a piece during a Steam summer sale. So 13 for this, 6 even. I mean, I'm a cheapskate, so that's not really fair for me to make assessments like that. But I don't know. If it goes on sale, if you like puzzle games, basically, grab it if it goes on sale. That's the takeaway. I mean, you can see that coming. Let's go to the CS:GO video will be on the way as soon as physically possible. I'll try to get another video out. That's it. That's the video. Goodbye.